What if I told you that the most secure vaults in the world, the ones banks promise will protect your most valuable possession, can be infiltrated by 3 ordinary men with nothing more than fake identities and a rented drill? What if the impenetrable security you're paying monthly fees for is actually an illusion so flimsy that a weekend's worth of planning could expose it completely? Today, we're diving into the shocking true story of how 3 men walked into one of London's most prestigious vault facilities, rented a single safe deposit box, and then proceeded to loot 72 other boxes containing $76 million in cash, jewelry, and priceless artifacts, all while the security guards sat upstairs completely unaware. This isn't just a heist story, it's a terrifying expose of how the entire safe deposit box industry has been lying to you about security for decades. Number 10, safe deposit boxes have 0 federal insurance protection. Let's start with the most shocking lie that banks tell customers every day. Safe deposit boxes are not covered by FDIC insurance or any federal protection. When you rent a safe deposit box, you're not getting a secure storage service. You're renting an empty metal compartment with no guarantee that anything you put inside will ever be protected or compensated if stolen. Banks deliberately use language like vault security and protected storage to create the illusion of insurance coverage, but the fine print tells a different story. Most contracts explicitly state that banks are not liable for contents beyond $500, barely enough to cover the cost of a decent watch, let alone the millions in valuables people typically store. But here's the truly disturbing part. Banks profit enormously from this misconception. They charge premium fees for secure storage while providing security that's often worse than a home safe. The entire industry operates on the assumption that customers will never read the contracts or understand their complete lack of protection. The 3 men who pulled off this heist knew something most customers don't. They weren't stealing from a secure facility. They were taking advantage of an elaborate security theater designed to extract fees while providing minimal actual protection. Number 9. The rental process is deliberately designed for anonymous access. Here's how absurdly easy it is to rent a safe deposit box under false pretenses. You need a fake ID, a basic background story, and about 20 minutes of paperwork. That's it. No fingerprinting, no extensive background checks, no verification of identity beyond checking a driver's license that can be forged for $200. The 3 thieves walked into Hatton Garden Safe Deposit Company in London, using identities so obviously fake that any serious security screening would have caught them immediately. But safe deposit facilities don't want serious security screening, they want paying customers, and extensive verification processes drive away business. Bank employees are trained to be welcoming and accommodating, not suspicious. The entire rental process is designed around customer service, not security verification. As long as you can pay the fees and don't obviously appear to be a criminal, you're handed keys to access one of the most secure facilities in the world. But here's the most disturbing aspect. Once you're inside the system, as a legitimate box holder, you have legitimate access to areas that should be the most restricted and protected. The thieves didn't break in. They were invited in as paying customer. Number 8. Vault security is mostly theater, not substance. The impressive steel doors, elaborate locking mechanisms, and armed security guards you see when visiting safe deposit facilities are carefully designed theater intended to create psychological impressions of security rather than actual protection. The real security measures are shockingly minimal. Most safe deposit vaults have cameras that record box holders opening their own boxes, creating privacy violations rather than security protection. The cameras don't prevent theft. They just create evidence after crimes are already completed. The 3 men knew exactly where cameras were located and simply avoided them while drilling through walls. The steel walls and reinforced doors that look so impressive are designed to stop smash and grab thieves, not sophisticated criminals with time and proper tools. Professional diamond tip drills can cut through impenetrable vault walls in hours, not days or weeks. But here's the shocking reality. Most vault security is designed around insurance requirements, not actual theft prevention. As long as facilities meet minimum insurance standards, they can market themselves as ultra secure while providing protection that wouldn't stop a determined teenager with power tools. Number 7. The drilling operation took place over an entire weekend. The most audacious part of this heist wasn't the planning or the fake identities, it was the sheer amount of time the thieves had to work completely undisturbed. They entered the facility on Friday evening as legitimate box holders and didn't leave until Sunday night, spending over 48 hours drilling through walls and looting boxes. For an entire weekend, these men used industrial drilling equipment, heavy machinery, and power tools inside a supposedly monitored secure facility without anyone noticing. The security systems detected nothing. The guards noticed nothing. The alarm systems remained silent. This wasn't a quick smash and grab operation. It was a leisurely demolition project conducted in the heart of London's jewelry district with all the time in the world to work methodically and carefully. They even took breaks, ordered food, and rested between drilling sessions. The most disturbing implication? If 3 men could spend 48 hours conducting industrial construction work inside a secure vault without detection, what else might be happening in facilities around the world that customers never discover? Number 6. They accessed 72 boxes using a single rental. Here's where the security failures become almost comically absurd. The thieves rented just one safe deposit box, but used that access to drill through walls and reach 72 other boxes belonging to other customers. The facility's security design assumed that box holders would only access their own storage. Assumption so naive, it borders on criminal negligence. The vault layout placed boxes in clusters, separated only by thin metal walls that could be breached with standard construction equipment. Once inside the vault area, as legitimate customers, the thieves had unrestricted access to work on any part of the facility they could reach. But here's the most shocking part. The facility had no sensors, alarms, or monitoring systems for the walls between boxes. The entire security model was based on preventing unauthorized people from entering the vault, not preventing authorized people from accessing areas beyond their rental agreement. This means that any safe deposit box holder in any similar facility could potentially access dozens or hundreds of other boxes simply by drilling through walls that aren't monitored or protected. Number 5. The stolen items were never cataloged or inventory. One of the most disturbing aspects of this heist is that nobody, not the facility, not the police, not the insurance companies, knows exactly what was stolen because safe deposit box contents are never cataloged or inventory. Customers put items into boxes and facilities have no record of what those items are or how much they're worth. This creates the perfect crime scenario. Thieves can steal millions in valuables, but authorities can't prove exactly what was taken because there's no official record of what was stored. Victims can claim anything was in their boxes, and facilities can deny responsibility for items they claim were never there. The $76 million figure is just an estimate based on victim report, but the actual stolen value could be much higher or lower, and there's no way to verify it. Some victims reported losing family heirlooms that had been in their boxes for decades, but couldn't provide documentation proving the item ever existed. This lack of inventory creates systematic vulnerability that criminals can exploit indefinitely. How many safe deposit box thefts go undetected because victims can't prove what was stolen? Number 4. The facility had no overnight security or monitoring, despite marketing itself as providing round-the-clock security. The Hatton Garden facility had no overnight security guard, no real-time monitoring, and no systems to detect extended activity inside the vault. The security was entirely dependent on the assumption that unauthorized people couldn't enter the building. Once inside as legitimate box holders, the thieves had complete privacy to work without any oversight or monitoring. The facility's security ended at access control. Once you were inside, you could do anything without detection. This is standard practice at most safe deposit facilities worldwide. They provide security theater at the entrance, but minimal actual monitoring of activities inside the secure area. The impressive security measures customers see during regular visits don't operate after hours or on weekends. The most disturbing revelation? Many facilities actually turn off security systems during overnight and weekend periods to save on monitoring costs, creating windows of vulnerability that sophisticated criminals can exploit. Number 3. The thieves used box holder access to disable security systems. As legitimate box holders, the 3 men had access to security codes, system layouts, and operational procedures that allowed them to systematically disable the facility's protection measures from the inside. They weren't breaking through security. They were using legitimate access to circumvent it entirely. Box holders are given tours of security system, explanations of safety procedures, and access access to areas that are supposed to be restricted. The thieves use this legitimate access to identify blind spots, understand system limitations, and plan their operation using inside information provided by the facility itself. The most shocking aspect? Safe deposit facilities routinely provide customers with information about security vulnerabilities without realizing they're creating blueprints for potential thieves. Every security explanation given to customers is also intelligence that criminals can use. This represents a fundamental flaw in the entire safe deposit box security model. Customers need access to their boxes, but that same access can be weaponized against the facility and other customers. Number 2. Insurance investigation revealed systematic industry failure. The insurance investigations following this heist uncovered systematic security failures across the entire safe deposit box industry that go far beyond this single incident. The problems weren't unique to one facility. They're endemic to how the entire industry operates. Insurers discovered that most facilities have no standardized security protocols, no regular security audits, and no requirements for upgrading protection systems. Many facilities are using security technology from the 1970s and 1980s while marketing themselves as providing modern protection. The most disturbing findings: many facilities have experienced similar thefts, but never reported them publicly because they're not required to disclose security breaches to customers or authorities. The industry has been covering up systematic vulnerabilities for decades. Insurance companies began quietly refusing to cover safe deposit box thefts because the security failures are so widespread and predictable that insuring them represents unacceptable risk. Number 1. This heist model can be replicated at almost any facility worldwide. The most terrifying revelation about this heist is that it exposed security vulnerabilities that exist at safe deposit facilities around the world. The methods used by these three men, fake identities, legitimate access, weekend drilling operations, can be replicated at almost any similar facility. The security flaws they exploited aren't unique to one company or one country. They're fundamental design problems built into the entire safe deposit box industry. Any facility that allows customers unmonitored access to vault areas during off hours is vulnerable to identical attack. But here's what should keep you awake at night. Authorities believe this type of theft is already happening regularly at facilities worldwide, but most incidents are never detected or reported because of the industry's lack of inventory systems and accountability measures. The three men who stole $76 million didn't just commit a crime, they revealed that the entire safe deposit box industry is built on security illusions that can be shattered by anyone with basic planning skills and weekend access to power tools. The Vault of Lies. So there you have it. 10 shocking facts about how three ordinary men exposed the greatest financial security fraud being perpetrated on consumers worldwide. This wasn't just a clever heist, it was a demonstration of how the entire safe deposit box industry has been lying to customers about security for decades. The most disturbing realization isn't that these men stole $76 million. It's that they revealed systematic vulnerabilities that affect every safe deposit box facility in the world. The secure storage that millions of people trust with their most valuable possession is actually elaborate theater designed to extract fees while providing minimal protection. But here's what should truly terrify you. If three men with fake IDs and rented power tools can spend a weekend looting 72 safe deposit boxes in one of the world's most prestigious financial districts, what does that say about the security of your own valuable possession? The next time you visit your safe deposit box, remember, you're not entering a secure vault. You're participating in a security theater performance where the only thing that's guaranteed is your monthly fee. Everything else is just expensive illusion.